let's pivot real quickly because, again, all week we've been talking about Colin Kaepernick and pros and cons. It's very emotional topic, particularly based on the workout he had last week, whether it was just for show or whether or not he for show. He showed up with a Kunta Kinte shirt on, just bothering, messing with people, in my opinion. But anyway, we got Gregory R Williams, attorney Gregory R Williams, in the studio with us right now.
Somebody important or something.
Got lawyers watching lawyers, so I won't go.
He got his own theme music.
Want to waste my time? Okay.
He got his
I call
own
my
compilation.
lawyer. He's such a good lawyer. By tomorrow morning, you're going to be working in Alaska.
Gregory R. Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. I don't want to go to Alaska, so I'm going to make sure. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Sports Shop?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, you got a producer.
Come in with
That's
Jay.
what we do, baby. 1 2 1 2.
But here's the deal, though.
Jay.
Seriously, so we've been going hard all week. Every day is something new.
Right.
Yesterday, he planned to go hang out with the owners meeting in March and work out in the parking lot. What is going? Let's go back to the waiver. Everybody's somewhat kind of debating this whole waiver thing. I want to sign. Some people say they want to sign. They didn't even know what was in the waiver. So walk us through if you will the waiver. Then I think we got some questions associated with that.
Right. So the main sticking point with the waiver was it somewhat limits Kaepernick's ability to bring a lawsuit for damages if he signs it. And so basically his lawsuit would be based on collusion. The NFL set up this workout, invited 25 prospective employers to come to this workout. In my opinion, this was designed in some way to cut off their damages so that if he files suit, the NFL could then present the case that there should not be any damages awarded. If any are awarded at all, there should be no damages awarded after November 16th, because on that day we set up an interview. We had 25 prospective employers here. Mm-hmm. We're not colluding. And then whether or not he participates in that quote unquote interview / workout, whatever you want to call it, that kind of, tips the scale one way or the other.
Interesting. So I just thought about this. So you think the reason he didn't show, he tried to be, he tried to be uncooperative in terms of not showing up because he want to keep that window or opportunity open?
That's what it appears. I know everybody's heard the tagline, any lawyer that lets his client sign his ass committing malpractice.
Yeah. I've seen that all up and down
it's
Twitter.
Been said, I think one person said it, and then it's just been quoted from that point forward. Well, and that every case is different. Every case stands on its own. When I sell a personal injury case, my client signs a waiver. There's a result of him attending this workout. Now, here's the other thing. Contracts they're black and white, but they're also gray areas. And anything that's unclear in a contract is construed against the drafter of the contract or the person that wrote the contract. Mm-hmm. So if there's a term in the contract that's not clear, and the parties go to court, the burden is on the party that actually wrote the contract to make sure that the other party understood what they meant when they wrote the contract.
Right.
So again, all the chatter about this waiver being ironclad, it still would have to survive a day in court to be interpreted. The NFL would argue.
It's some people running the car. They scratching their head. They want to work. I mean, I'm serious.
There's some people in the studio like myself.
Me too. I'm like, it's so many layers to it. You get kind of lost.
What I'm saying is that the waiver is not ironclad. Both parties would still have an opportunity to go to court and argue, well, this is what the waiver means. No, this is what the waiver means.
Oh, okay. And
the court should side with the party against the party that wrote the contract if it's not clear.
So the spirits, okay. So out of all of these things that happened, everything that took place, his team saying don't sign this, don't do this. What would they like? Are you saying that they're just by reasonable assumption?
Yeah.
Are you saying that their intent was to say, if anything happens on this field, you're gonna have to pay us? We want to reserve the right to be able to sue you if you don't hire me. We want to reserve the right to do all of these. Are we saying that this is the intent they wanted to convey to the NFL? that if
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It sounds like they wanted to have their cake and eat it too.
well, we don't have we have nothing to do here. There's nothing to see.
We might sue you.
There's nothing here.
You know,
There's nothing here. We're done. We're done here.
We might sue you for not allowing me to work, but
That's how we start the interview.
I want an interview, and if I don't get the interview, I might sue you. So what employer would allow you?
Nobody would do that. And that's the point. So how you gonna ride hard with somebody? That doesn't even make sense to me.
It really does. And to me, I think we're at a point of make a decision of what you want to be. Do you want to play football?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be an activist?
I mean,
So they can't be both. Is that what you're saying?
You can't say I want to play football, and then when the opportunity is presented to you, you keep finding ways not to play football. You know, you show up with, you know, here's something I don't think anybody's really thinking about.
Yeah.
The workout was set for a certain time.
Yep.
Prospective employers are going to this workout at this location, at the appointed location.
Yeah.
You switch the location 30 minutes before the workout.
Yeah.
And you don't tell the prospective employers. Like, think about that. If you sent your GM
I guess he didn't want him there,
to
did he?
this workout to see this guy work out, and he changes on you 30 minutes before. Like, think about it from that perspective. You know, and it's like he's going at the NFL, but the NFL is not hiring him. The only job the NFL can give him is as an executive or a front office position, or, you know, somebody on the sidelines with an NFL golf shirt.
But then he says
they can't give him a quarterback job.
Stop running.
Yeah. See that part. Yeah.
So let's go back to what you originally said. If this is what the waiver meant, and you have a problem with the waiver, which means I want to have the ability to do some of those things that the league were trying to protect themselves from.
Right.
In my opinion, that's no deal immediately.
Right.
But then if that's what the waiver meant and that's what we wanted to do, I don't even know why. What's the purpose of even showing up? What is he? I don't understand what we're trying to do. What's the intent?
I don't know. I can't answer that, but I do know that the waiver should not. If he wants to play football, again, if he wants to play football, he could have gone, because this is what I think is going to happen anyway. Even though he didn't sign the waiver, even though he didn't go to the workout, if he files a lawsuit, the NFL is still going to advance the same position that we offered him a legitimate workout with 25 prospective employers on November 16th. Mm-hmm. No damages should be awarded for anything beyond that date.
Right.
That's what they're going to argue, even though he didn't go to the workout.
Oh. And maybe that's the reason why he didn't go. Again, I'm going back to that so he can keep that window open. But let me say this.
I think that's why
we all supported Kaepernick. I know I personally still support what he did initially.
Right.
But I don't give a damn way you play in another game of football, in NFL or Pop One or whatever you're playing in. What? Again, I don't care. Because I think this whole scenario is a farce, man. I think it's embarrassing, this whole thing. The Kunta Kinte shirt, don't run. What do you want? And you kind of laid it out.
Right.
If he wants to play football, he would have been at then he missed. He frat too. He got frat brothers in the wrong location up there with pictures. I'm mad about that. But I'm just saying, I don't give a damn if he'll play again.
Wait a minute.
Well, I would.
Frat brothers drove 20 minutes up the road.
We all up in North Georgia.
I would kind of agree with you. I disagree on one level. I disagree on one level.
What's that?
If he can handle the blitz.
No.
And not fumble.
No.
Not fumble every time he's touched.
He'll get a job.
I'll say bring him down to Charlotte this week.
Being a Panthers fan. I get it.
But Reese,
if he wants to play football.
I mean,
Reese, hold on.
What?
As a black man, how you going to sit there and say that?
Who, me personally?
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I can say it. I don't give a damn if he don't play in the NFL or Pop Warner again. That's a black man that said it twice. But to that point, though, there's some people out there, every Tuesday, that's killing to get a job.
Right.
That will show up if you ask them to go to Australia to work out.
Come tomorrow.
To work out.
They'll be there.
Now, he around here playing around with this, where some people really who would love to be in the NFL and would kill to have that opportunity, he around here playing around with it. I don't think it's fair.
This is a game between... You know how we always joke about don't get in the middle of people's relationships?
Yeah.
Because you end up...
You end up... They'll turn on you.
Right. Yeah. This is a game between these two.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in it. I'm serious. I don't want... The NFL says, you know what? we can put a stop to this. Let's offer him a workout. So everybody, they can all come see it, and we can put this end to this ongoing, this infinite damages conversation that's going on. We can put a stop to it right now.
Right.
So NFL's playing the game. So then Kaepernick's team comes out and says, "Wait a minute, they playing this game. They're trying to cut this off.
Yeah, we're trying to get. We got to play a game too.
We got to play it. We got to play along.
Yeah.
But then when we get there, we're not going to participate.
We're switch around.
We're going to switch. So how about this? How about y'all leave us out of the game?
Right. Decide what you gonna do.
Y'all do what you gonna do. Leave us out of the game.
Right.
Stop telling me that he didn't treat me right.
Get us up in all their business.
He hit me or she cheated.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You know, another
That's a
thing
good point.
that I put in the post was if they really are colluding behind the scenes, what's to stop one owner or Roger Goodell say, "Hey, Jera, offer him a minimum deal.
Yeah.
Make it public
right now.
Yeah. And then if he doesn't sign it, it's on him.
We're all done.
They could do that.
Yep.
Put a stop to all of this.
Mike, you had a question.
Well, I was just wanting to ask, there are so many people critical of Colin Kaepernick, but what's the NFL's role in all of this and holding the workout on a Saturday instead of a Tuesday and by not letting the other media into the workout? And do you think Colin Kaepernick kind of feels like, hey, I'm on double secret probation. I'm going to get like Animal House, the Delta House. I'm going to get screwed over anyway.
Double secret probation.
So to that point, Sheezy, Kaepernick has never been suspended by the NFL.
Right.
He's never broken a rule.
Right.
He's not on the commissioner's exempt list.
Right.
So there's no legal impediment by the NFL to keep him from playing football. Now, all the other questions about the timing of the workout, the location, the day, it's a day when teams can't fully participate. That's all suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
I'll grant you that.
We're playing the game.
But there were 25 prospective teams there.
They were there.
So right.
So let me ask a question.
So that goes away, in my opinion.
You think those 25 teams, they always on conference call said, look, we're going to go down here and make it look like we're interested, but we're not going to be interested. You think that went down?
I mean, wouldn't that be what happened initially?
I don't know. I think it would be really stupid.
Somebody gonna talk,
knowing that there's a collusion.
Somebody gonna say
case out there for that to happen.
I know for a fact.
Somebody's gonna say.
But I could see a scenario where the NFL says we're holding a workout for this player,
right? A
controversial player. If you want some cover and you've wanted to see this guy,
that's right.
Under our cover, under our shield, we've set up an environment for you to come and do that.
Okay.
And you want to offer him, go ahead and offer him. Do whatever you want.
Right.
Look, we're good with it. If you want to do it, go ahead and offer him a minimum deal or a max deal, whatever you want to do. We're good with it.
Right.
And here's an opportunity for you to do it. And if you decide not to, you don't get villainized like they did.
We're going to give you some cover
right.
with this waiver that he can't sue you going forward.
Right.
But we've seen instances of teams signing players that did controversial things. Greg Hardy threw his girlfriend on a couch full of assault rifles.
Right. He's a little different.
Michael Vick went to jail for killing.
That's how I know this
drowning.
That's how I know this is all a
mutilating
game.
Dogs. There's nothing closer to America's heart than a dog.
He ain't lying about that.
Right? And he went to jail, came out, got 2 deals. So
got a contract,
two
big contract.
Yeah. So and he came in as a 3rd string quarterback, I think, and then he became the backup, and then he became the starter. So there's precedence for someone that's gone against the grain of what this country supposedly stands for and making it all the way back to the top if they're committed to playing football.
The only thing I really despise out of this whole situation is now we are hearing from him a little bit more. And what I am hearing from him has nothing to do, quite honestly, and often, about what we even started the conversation about in the first place.
He's not talking about police brutality anymore.
So for
he's doing a lot of work in the community, but he's not talking about police brutality anymore.
So
he's not talking about football.
I feel like that's unfortunate. I feel like that is a travesty, quite honestly, to the whole movement, the whole engagement in the beginning.
So you're saying what's his platform now?
It's clear what his platform is.
What's that?
It's all about, stop running for me, NFL.
But see, that part,
NFL.
That part, that's where he lost me with that one.
Right.
I mean, where are you going with this conversation?
Stop
did
running.
Anybody catch Melo Tuesday night? Back in the league?
Yeah, we did.
I thought we played. I thought the YMCA league was on.
I thought
that was on Wednesday.
That's another example
that was on Wednesday.
Of a player whose skill set said he should have been in the league. He wasn't.
Yeah.
he made adjustments. He accepted a lesser role, and now he's back in the league.
Quick question. Myles Garrett, they met yesterday.
11 more games.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Seriously?
I think, Porter, they gave him 12, but he already sat out one. And
Wait, you're talking about James
Wiseman, right?
Oh, you said
I'm talking about Myles Garrett.
But I want to ask about Wiseman. I want to ask about
Wiseman.
Wiseman.
About that.
But Wiseman, it's 11 games.
He has 11 more games.
Pay $11,500 or $11,000
Where do you
to
get the money
hit a
from?
chair. Yeah.
Right.
And doesn't he have to have it paid before
by the time
his
last game?
Yeah.
And then if he leaves after this year, I mean, that's basically
I didn't know
means
about
he's
the
gotta
money.
have it
Yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
he did. Yeah, I said it.
You got to pay it back.
But you had a question about
Myles Garrett in the
That's
suspension, the NFL suspension. He had his hearing yesterday.
They upheld
his appeal. They upheld it.
Right.
I guess what I don't understand is like the press. It is a rule. The NFL has a rule for this. How is it that we turn this into something that now you can get suspended like indefinitely for something they actually have a rule for?
Well, I think it's because of he kind of crossed the line of consented contact. I mean, football is a violent sport.
Consented
you consent
contact
to a lot of dangerous.
That's why you hire lawyers.
Activities.
Hey, don't you say words I ain't never heard of. What you call that?
Consent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, we agree to hit each other.
Yeah. You agree to get hit.
That's a
and
good word
cheap
for
shots and chop blocks and things of that nature. You don't consent to being hit in the head with a swinging helmet. So I
Kaepernick
think,
didn't consent either, so that's how we ended up here too. He failed to give consent.
What a